From the Home Slice News Center, this is the Daily Slice for Friday, September 15th, 2023. I'm D-Ray Knight, Amy Rose is on assignment, and this is what's going on. Rapid City Mayor Jason Salomon wants the City Council to reconsider plans to accept a $1 million grant from the Environmental Protection Agency. The 4-year grant would help identify pollution in the area and offer suggestions to fix any issues. The grant was originally authorized last spring, but after the election of a new mayor and new city council members, it's being called back into question. The item was tabled at Wednesday's Legal and Finance meeting, but it could be brought up during the city council meeting on Monday, but that would only be to reconsider the Legal and Finance Committee's decision to table it. Parking issues in downtown Rapid City remain a concern, especially with projects like the Block 5 development on St. Joe Street moving forward. At Wednesday's Rapid City Legal and Finance meeting, a request to start advertising for proposals to conduct a downtown parking study was discussed. The study would identify any needs for downtown, including more ADA spaces, electric charging stations, and parking rates. The item passed Wednesday's meeting with no recommendation and will appear at Monday's City Council meeting for comments. The last time Rapid City conducted a downtown parking study was in 2017. The rapid transit system could be making some changes to its routes. It's been working with a consulting firm to find ways to make existing routes more efficient. RTS says the routes were set when the city looked much different than it does today, and they need to be updated to reflect the city's growth. Rapid Transit is currently looking over the consultant's ideas and coming up with its own, after which those recommendations will be open for public comment. In national and international news, about 13,000 U.S. auto workers have stopped making vehicles and are headed for the picket lines. Their leaders have been unable to bridge a giant gap between union demands and contract talks and what Detroit's 3 automakers are willing to pay. The United Auto Workers Union went on strike against General Motors, Ford, and Stellantis, the maker of Chrysler, Dodge, and Jeep, simultaneously for the first time in its 88-year history. The limited strike at assembly plants in Michigan, Ohio, and Missouri will likely chart the future of the union and of America's auto industry. Hunter Biden has been indicted on federal firearms charges. It's the latest step in a long-running investigation into the president's son that puts the case on track toward a possible high-stakes trial as the 2024 election looms. Biden is accused of lying about his drug use when he bought a firearm in October of 2018, a period when he has acknowledged struggling with addiction to crack cocaine. The indictment comes weeks after the collapse of a plea deal that would have averted a criminal trial and weeks or months of distracting headlines for President Joe Biden. Ukrainian forces say they have captured a village in the country's east after intense battles with Russian troops. The village of Andreyivka is located about 6 miles south of the Russian-occupied city of Bakhmut, which was the focus of the war's longest battle so far. The village's liberation would represent another gain for Kyiv in its counteroffensive to oust Moscow's troops from seized territory. The General Staff of Ukraine's armed forces announced the reclaiming of Andreyivka on Friday. There was no comment from Russian authorities. Ukrainian forces launched their counteroffensive more than 3 months ago. Their reported victory in the village illustrates the challenges they face even when supplied with NATO standard gear and Western weapons. Your weather forecast from the Home Slice Weather Center. Mostly sunny and a little bit breezy today with a high of 75. Low tonight, 48. This weekend, it's going to be nice with sunshine and highs in the upper 70s to low 80s. And that was your Daily Slice for Friday, September 15th, 2023. The Daily Slice is a production of Home Slice Media Group, hosted by D-Ray Knight with Amy Rose. Executive producer Mark Houston. Engineered by Chris Jacquez. I'm D-Ray Knight. Have a great weekend.